Hey guys, I just want to briefly talk about this high watch date that looks like it's about to pass without a rapture. Today is October the 9th. The high watch dates were the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, and this is based off of the Rosh Hashanah. And I know the world celebrated it last month, but many believe that the true Rosh Hashanah is happening right now and it's about to end. And of course, a lot of date setters have determined or that rapture is going to take place during one of the feasts. You know, and Rosh Hashanah is probably one of the best fits if you believe in that theory. Now, I have to admit that I'm kind of late in the game when it comes to you know these date setting things. I am not 100% sold to it, but on the flip side, I'm not discounting it. And I'm new to all this stuff as far as like trying to figure out, the position of the stars and the moons and all that. And some of the people I watch, probably the more popular ones on this topic are like Dr. Barry Awe. I don't know if that's his real name, but and there's a couple others, and they explain the constellations. That's only part of their reasoning, and they search the scriptures as well, and then they try to find the patterns. And I can't even explain it to you guys, but the point I'm trying to get at is that it looks like it's going to pass. And as I mentioned, I'm kind of new to this whole rapture, not the rapture thing, but trying to figure out when it's going to happen because I've been a Christian over 20 years, well over 20 years. And the rapture to me has always been something that's imminent, meaning it can happen at any given moment. But the flip side of that imminent belief is that it may happen in the next 5 minutes. It may also happen 5,000 years from now. I no longer believe that. I believe that there is an appointed time. I think in this instance, the date setters are wrong, as when they try to peg the rapture to take place during Rosh Hashanah. But I still think we're in the season because regardless of what they say about Rosh Hashanah, there are still signs all around us like the increased birth pains, earthquakes, all sorts of catastrophes around the world. What's happening in Israel, I think that really is what we need to keep our eyes on is what's happening in Israel. That's God's personal timepiece, in my opinion. So all these things, the rapture not happening this weekend does not negate all these other signs that are going on around the world. So, but yeah, before I get to that, what I'm trying to get at is that these date setters they put a lot of their time towards trying to figure this out, and I just want to encourage them to not give up. I've only invested, I don't know, just minutes of my time every other day watching their videos, and it is kind of disappointing for the dates to pass, and but these guys they put countless hours, searching the scriptures, doing whatever. They may or may not be inspired in their work. I mean, inspired by the Lord. It could be just their flesh. I'm not ruling that out. It could be just their passion for the Lord, and it doesn't mean that they're sinning or they're trying to deceive people. But they do get criticized a lot and accused of being false prophets and all that, and which is unfortunate because most of the people I've watched, at least, seem to have a real strong passion for Jesus, and they should not be punished for that. And the world will mock them, but unfortunately, a lot of professing Christians also mock them. But yeah, I'm thinking again that here I am getting kind of bummed because the rapture's not happening. I'm basically almost over it. I'm over it. I'm holding out hope that it might still happen in the next hour or so, but chances are it won't. That's just the skeptic in me, and you know, I'm still hoping that it will happen during the fall of 2021. So we have a few weeks left of this season, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't change anything as far as who Jesus is and what He's done for us. It doesn't change the fact that He's still coming back for us in the rapture. Now I know there's going to be scoffers, but this message is not for the scoffers. It's for the people who long for his appearing. And again, I'm also trying to talk to those people who put their necks out there on the line to try to set dates, and put themselves at risk of being mocked, and they put targets on their back. And I feel for them. Like I said, they put hours upon hours, if not months or years, into this, trying to figure things out just so they can encourage us and keep looking to Jesus. I know that we don't need date setters to look for Jesus, but it is kind of exciting to have some sort of dates and try to figure it out. But and like I said before, a lot of people like to quote, "Nobody knows the day or the hour." Now first off, I don't think that's referring to the rapture, but even if it was, as I've said before, knowing and being correct are two different things, and I believe that it's possible to arrive at the correct date, be correct about that, and not really know, because we won't know until it happens. Well, so yeah, just saints, it's not new. I mean, date setters, they're always, they only need to be right once. So I don't get when people say, "Oh, date setters are always wrong." I mean, do you expect date setters to be always right? They only have to be right once. They're what, 0 for 100 probably, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, I just feel for them, and I hope they continue to do what they continue to do. There's a lot of instances in the Bible where so-called prophets or actual prophets in the Bible were making mistakes or not getting it, and they have to do things over and over again to get it right. So, but yeah, that's all I want to talk about. We're gonna keep looking, we're gonna keep watching, and yeah, don't give up. Don't let the mockers get you down, because they've they'll get what's theirs eventually. But that's not even our concern, because frankly, I don't care what happens to the scoffers. I'm not here trying to wish bad things upon them, or that God like strikes them down or anything like that. But and to be honest with you, right now, I actually feel at peace. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been looking forward to this part of the year for several months now. It wasn't until probably a couple of months ago that I started looking towards a more narrowed down window, like of as to when the rapture is going to occur, and that window is closing pretty fast. But that's okay. That's okay. We know that God's ways are higher than ours, and then we're just going to keep on looking. And I still think we're in the season. I still think we are the generation, and and ultimately that's what matters. We can't, the world can't go on much longer the way it is. Jesus has to come back soon. So just be encouraged, and keep looking up, saints. Make sure to keep preaching the gospel to loved ones, family, friends. All right, see you guys next time.